Welcome back to Grabyourbrew, and if you're new, welcome. Please like and subscribe. This show, we're going to be sipping on something warm and talk about something that'll make you cold on the inside: mirrors. We check them before we leave the house, we glance at them to fix our hair, or, let's be honest, to see if our shirt makes us look taller. But mirrors have always been more than just a vanity tool. For thousands of years, they have been seen as magical, dangerous, and sometimes deadly. I won't even sleep with my mirror in my bedroom.
No. From the streets of ancient Rome to candlelit Shinto shrines, from African villages to your own bathroom after midnight, tonight, we're travelling the world through the looking glass, uncovering the strange, the creepy, and sometimes hilarious superstitions, because some of them are ridiculous, surrounding mirrors. You can listen in the dark if you want to. Just maybe don't sit in front of a mirror while you do.
Some people have gone
There's none in
insane
my
doing
room.
that.
Yeah, but mirrors have been creeping people out for thousands of years. In fact, across cultures, they've been seen as portals, soul traps, and sometimes just flat out death omens. So grab your brew, coffee, tea, or something stronger if you're feeling spooky.
Let's start with the classic Western belief: break a mirror and you'll be cursed for 7 years of bad luck. This superstition dated back in ancient Rome. Everything starts with the Romans, when mirrors weren't just glass. They were thought to hold part of your soul. Breaking one, this means damaging your spirit. Romans believed that life renewed every 7 years, so I think they actually knew about the whole every 7 years
Cell
your
renewal.
cells reject renewal. So in 2 years, I'll have a body that no man's ever touched. Putting that out
They were
there.
onto something.
Yeah, they knew something. So how long
Yeah.
you'd need to heal your broken soul? And if you did break one, remedies included burying pieces in the moonlight or grinding them into dust, which, frankly, seems like an awful lot of work for somebody who's already got a curse on them, let's face it.
It does. They also had cures for mirror curses, like burying the pieces under moonlight or throwing them into running water. Imagine explaining that to your neighbour. Don't mind me, just burying broken glass in my garden to fix my soul.
Just me, Gladys, broken on the mirror.
So we're back with the Victorians again. Oh, Victorian England. People took mirror superstitions very seriously because the Victorians took everything seriously.
It
If
was a
someone
very
died in
serious
the
era.
house, oh yeah, if someone died in the house, every mirror got covered. Black cloth, sheets, anything to stop the spirit of the dead from getting trapped inside, or worse, from reaching out through the mirror and pulling the living in, which sounds like the exact plot of half of the horror movies we've watched.
Yep.
And here's something creepy. This wasn't just a fear of spirits. Some Victorians believed seeing your reflection in a mourning house meant you might be the next to die.
Ooh, chilling.
My brain just went to the movie Oculus.
I've been seeing a trend on TikTok that it is about mirrors, but they did raise a very good point. They would put like a sheet or towel in front of them, completely covering their image, and then they're like, "How can you still see me on the other side?"
Somebody's watching me. It's like that. If they can see any part of the mirror. Because mirrors just work on refracting light, don't they?
Don't like it. Don't like it. Put
They
on my
are
makeup
creepy.
and put
I
it in the
don't like
drawer.
mirrors. There's one mirror in our house. One. And it's in the bathroom. That's it.
Mm.
It's the only mirror.
But those Victorians, I love that for them. A house full of grieving people, and someone's like, "Oh, I looked in the hallway mirror. Guess I'm done for." There are also smaller superstitions like parts of Europe You should never sleep facing a mirror, which is crazy because a lot of houses in England have the ceiling to floor mirrors in the bedrooms. I don't know why. I
The
would clip
wardrobe
off that house
doors,
straight away.
isn't it?
Yeah, it would be gone out in the trash that day.
Creepy.
The belief is your soul leaves your body when you dream, which I get that because that's when you're in your high state of consciousness. And a mirror might confuse it or even trap it, which, I mean, I get the creepy angle, but have these people seen how hard it is to move a bedroom mirror? If that's true, I'm in some trouble. So, yeah, breaking mirrors, covering them during death, not sleeping near them, is all rooted in this idea that mirrors and souls are tied together. And honestly, the more you look into it, pun intended, the more it feels like mirrors have never just been about vanity. They've always been about power and danger. And let's think about it. The first person that created a mirror, I wonder what they felt like when they looked into a mirror. It's different seeing a reflection in water, but into a mirror.
Yeah, because we don't really look like us reflection.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very strange. I don't like them.
I hope the
Right.
first person that found a mirror like as a mirror, like created accidentally, whatever created the mirror, I hope they were attractive because otherwise they've damaged themselves for life. Life back then, they're dead now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, right. Time to head east. Because if you think there is a spooky in Western folklore, wait until you hear what they do in Asia.
Ooh,
In
they're far
China,
creepier. Uh huh.
yeah, I've seen many a horror. In China, mirrors are more than just decoration.
Hmm.
Folklore says they can trap a demon by showing their true form, which means, in theory, your hallway mirror could double as home security. Just saying.
Oh
Uh,
gosh, that's one extreme
except,
to the other. Which one should be right?
I
Maybe I
know,
should put some mirrors up.
e-
I don't know what to
except for
believe in
during
anymore.
mourning. I know. If someone died, the family would cover every mirror in the house, much like the Victorians, because a
Okay.
grieving person's soul was thought to be vulnerable and a mirror might just snatch it. I
Okay, so
love
we're
that
on track
so
there
many
then.
cultures, yeah, so many cultures have the same cover the mirror after death rule. Like, even without social media, humans were just collectively like, yeah, glass is bad for your soul.
Well, to be on the safe side, we could just have the mirrors facing outside the house. Kind of like how if you put copper in the doorway, it keeps bad spirits out. And we could just put mirrors facing out the house, so demons would be coming to the house like, "Doo, doo, doo, ah! You know? I don't know. Just a thought, ADHD. Then there's Japan. We all know.
Woo.
We all know. I'm still traumatized by the Japanese grudge. I should never have watched that one first. To this day,
It's a
in the
good one.
shower, I'm like, in
Is there
case
a
there's a hand back
hand?
there. I don't know, because I think in my, even though I freak out in case it's a grudge, I think the other part of my brain would try and make a thing out of it, like the Adams family. Like, are you friendly or foe?
Hmm. Well, you never know. Disembodied hand that can see.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well,
As long as you're friendly.
In Japan, where mirrors are serious business, in Shinto tradition, there's a Yata no Kagami, a sacred mirror that's part of the imperial regala. It represents wisdom and truth, which makes me feel slightly guilty about what I use mine for. I mean, most of the time it's plucking hairs from places you shouldn't be. Japanese ghost stories also love the mirror theme. There's this belief that spirits can't hide their true faces and reflections. So if someone's acting pretty shady, maybe offer them a compact mirror and see what happens, or run the other way when they refuse. Fast. And my favorite detail, feng shui practitioners in China use mirrors to bounce away negative energy. Which makes me wonder, could you feng shui a bathroom so bad luck literally can't get in? Sure, but then you still got the real demon in there, your Monday morning reflection.
Move on to a lesser known one. In Zulu tradition, if someone dies, here we go, every mirror in the house is covered.
Yet
Same reason
again.
as in Victorian England. Yeah, don't let the
If you
spirit
think
get
about
trapped
it, all
in.
these traditions from centuries ago all have one thing in common. So there must be some truth in it somewhere. Because they
Well,
didn't have the internet back
yeah,
then. They weren't chit
there is no
chatting about
like
covering
doing
mirrors.
these. No, I like seeing different people's beliefs from across time and areas when travel was limited and thinking,
Hmm.
okay, you believed it too.
So the whole world
And
believed
in
it, so
some,
we need to cover it.
yeah, also in some African spiritual practices, polished metal or glass is used for divination, literally scrying. You
Yeah.
stare into a reflective surface to see visions or talk to spirits, which sounds like a great idea until you
Hmm.
realise you can't hang up on a ghost.
Nope.
So, in the Caribbean, there's a strong belief that mirrors are portals. You don't stare into them at night because what's looking back might not be you. And one of my favourite coastal legends, some fishermen wouldn't look into a mirror before sailing because they believed the ocean would remember their face and come for them.
Do, 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 do. Plus, I can't remember the name. I think I was talking to you about this earlier today, where there was a guy that was scrying in a mirror with the scry, trying to talk to. He wasn't trying to do anything sinister. He was just like trying to talk to his grandmother and his aunt, family members that passed. And for a few days, he didn't get any luck. But he would sit in the dark and do this, and then eventually, what came out of that mirror ended up. What came out of that mirror ended up sending him to an insane asylum.
I don't want
Hmm.
to see anything come out of a mirror.
No,
I
as
mean,
much as
people
I love
scrying.
Granddad, as much as I love
Yeah, all
Granddad, I would not be
these.
like, "Come talk to me, Granddad." No, I will talk to you when it's my time to see you.
It's one of them. So many people like to dabble, and it's like, what are you going to do if it actually happens?
Shoot myself.
Seriously.
I don't dabble.
Hmm.
Maybe when
Let's
I was
move
a
on to
teenager.
Russia.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, the Russians. In Russia, it's bad luck to look into a broken mirror, especially for your love life. Um, Maybe that's what I did. I probably looked into a broken mirror when I was a teenager, and it was just like, poof. We should have
It's
read
like
this
you've broken
sooner.
too many mirrors. Screw you.
Hmm. Hmm. Supposedly, it means your relationship is about to shatter. Polish folklore says never look into a mirror during a thunderstorm because lightning could strike your soul. Which makes me wonder how many Poles got dressed in the dark to avoid getting zapped. And in Old English witchcraft, it would explain some of because the Polish are notorious for having like the really tight suits with the buttons. Maybe that's why, because he didn't look into a mirror before they left. I'm sorry, I do not mean to offend any Polish people. You can correct me. I
I've never
apologize.
seen a Polish person in a tight suit.
It's a cartoon. I have Polish
Oh,
friends, but it's a cartoon depiction of like the.
yeah.
Which is funny because they have like a fat person with Polish sausages for the cartoon version in America. Yet I don't think I've met one overweight Polish person.
I don't think I have. How strange.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. But anyway, and in Old English witchcraft tales, witches could steal your reflection and use it in a spell. Which, which sounds suspiciously like Instagram filters to me. Just swap the broomstick for a ring light, as I have a ring light behind me. Hello.
I mean, how do they use it in a spell? Do they put your reflection in a bottle? Trap it in a mirror?
Well, they've got a lot of rituals now. You do need to actually know more about the occult, but you can take somebody's
Yeah,
picture and do it. So it's like, but you have to be severely educated on the occult to do it because
they
otherwise.
did use that in uh, The Craft when they bind Nancy with the ribbon around a
Oh
photo.
yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
It's
because
been a
they
while
say I
since I've
bind
seen The
you,
Craft.
Nancy, from doing harm, harm against yourself and harm
Yeah.
to others. They use the photograph, don't they? So, let's talk about one that we've all been traumatised about at some point, Bloody Mary. Everybody
Mm.
knows about Bloody Mary, don't they?
Yeah,
The
but do
Dare,
people
for
actually
those who
know
don't,
who Bloody Mary is, though? If you
probably
would like
not.
us to tell you who Bloody Mary is, comment below or send us a message because I have a whole file on her. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, I'm not sure what rock you've been under, but the Dare is where you stand in a dark bathroom, say a name 3 times into a mirror, and wait for her to appear. Which, yes, I did as a kid, but nothing happened. Yes, I still ran screaming out of the bathroom as my life depended on it with my sister in tow. I was such a good big sister, traumatising us. There's actually a
What's this
sciencey
for?
explanation. I know. There is a sciencey explanation. That is not even a word, sciencey. I'm going to say sciencey.
It is now.
Explanation for why people see faces. Troxler's fading, I think that's how you say it. If you stare at your own reflection in dim light long enough, your brain starts filling in the gaps and your face looks distorted, which is almost less scary than a ghost, but not by much. And in horror movies, mirrors are gold. They're cheap, easy to shoot, and they tap into that primal fear that maybe the reflection is going to move when you don't, or smile and you didn't.
Hmm. I watched a short movie about that. It was a ballerina dancer, and then it was like literally like a minute long video, but the reflection stopped copying her, and then she was getting ready to leave the room, and then it started breaking its own leg, and then her leg started to break.
I actually watched a movie last night. I think it was a low budget one. But it had a good cast. I enjoyed it. About a girl who was mute by choice. Very long story short, they were in a car crash in a lake
I think I've
as
seen
children.
this.
One of the twins didn't survive. 10 years later, the girl dies and is revived, but it's the twin that comes back. And it just made me think of the mirror because she's playing the piano at the end when everything's meant to be all just fine.
Yeah.
And you can see the reflection in the polished wood. And as she's moving her hands, it's mirroring. And then it stops mirroring. She pulls her hands away, and the hands are still mirrored. And I was just like,
Do, 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 do.
yeah,
Ooh.
mirrors.
When you lay all these mirror superstitions out side by side, something wide happens. You realize how much overlap there is there. It's like humanity unofficially's motto is don't trust a mirror.
Exactly. Covering mirrors after death, that's in Victorian England, Zulu, Jewish mourning customs, Caribbean law, and probably a whole bunch more that we haven't found yet.
The mirror is a portal idea. Were everywhere. Indigenous, North American stories, Caribbean, folklores, European witchcraft. They all say the same thing. Don't stare too long or something might come through. I won't even make eye contact with my reflection.
Oh, then there are mirrors and bad luck. Breaking one, looking into one at night, catching a glimpse in a broken shard. It's in Rome, Russia, African, everywhere. And my favourite crossover, mirrors as truth tellers, whether it's demons in Chinese legends, spirits in Japanese stories, or witches in Europe. Mirrors always show what's really there, even if you don't want to see it.
And if you don't see a reflection, remember it's a vampire. So maybe that's the real moral here. Moral. So maybe that's the real moral here. Mirrors don't lie. They just tell you a truth in a way that makes you wish they did. Thank you so much for grabbing a brew with us this week. Please like and subscribe, help our channel grow. And any requests, send to our email address at Grabyourbrew. You can follow us on Patreon and the name on Patreon is Grab Your Brew Pods. You can find us everywhere but Apple Podcasts at Grab Your Brew. And DM us Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the DMs, or you can email us any
Reddit,
requests.
Discord.
Reddit
Yeah,
and
we're on Reddit
Discord.
and Discord now. All
Yeah,
at Grab Your Brew,
we're grabbing our brew
except for
everywhere, really.
Patreon, which is Grab Your Brew Pod.
Yeah, mainly because I messed up and tried to create one and didn't realize I had to switch over. So the
It's her
username was
fault.
gone by then because I got it by the viewer one instead of the creator one. But it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for grabbing a brew with us. Have an amazing week.